Well, hello there, fans of Mius Front. Sorry for the delay, guys. We are continuing with our attack, of course, as the Croatian forces here in our Graviteam Tactics-Mius Front campaign. In our last battle, we took this awesome area, which, of course, really assists us in our attempt at victory. But it looks like the enemy has retaken the area, so we're going to have to go ahead and take it back once again. I'm going to be attacking from multiple locations here, trying to dislodge the enemy entirely. And I'm not sure how it's going to work, but I'm definitely going to try and focus on specific areas. In this case, I'm pushing a lot of men on this one area right here, because we really do want to beat the enemy quickly. Now, some people were mentioning they wanted to see tanks in this Let's Play, and one thing about this campaign is there are not many tanks, but we've got a few here that we're bringing in, and I'm hoping they'll make it to the battle. But honestly, this particular campaign is much less about tanks and much more about infantry combat, which to me is the most fun thing in Graviteam Tactics. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and see what battle we're going to be fighting here. I'm going to go ahead and bring this gun out. And it looks like we will be attacking this position once again. Looks like it anyway. And hopefully we can go ahead and overrun this position as quickly as possible. Also, in the far south, the enemy is actually counterattacking. So that should be interesting. Well, guys, let's get to it and hope for the best. Welcome back, my friends, to the front lines, and there is some good news here, guys. We are getting to use our glorious tanks, and I think the most important thing here is to send these tanks deep in enemy territory. While that might be controversial, I think we really need to go ahead and charge right in there. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to go and just send these guys to attack the enemy with everything we have, and hope for the absolute best. This is going to be an just a total rush. I'm actually going to attack over here in this position. I'm going to take these infantry over here and attack in this position, and we're going to try to utterly overrun the Soviets here, guys. I think we can do it. Of course, it's going to take a little bit of work on our end, just basically moving into position. We're not going to run into position. We're just going to move into position. A few of these guys, though, like Flam, I am going to have him actually fast move to see if he can make contact first. Let's hope that works. We're going to go ahead and unleash the Czech horde, excuse me, not the Czechs, unleash the Croatian hordes and hope for the best. So as you can see, we've already got some guys advancing, even some AT guns arguably moving here a little closer to the front. Well, I don't think we need to move the AT guns. We could probably keep these guys back, but everybody else is going straight to the front, and I hope you're happy about it too. Tacken sich. Well, that was fast, boys and girls. We've got enemy contacts. Of course, our men are immediately opening fire here, but I'm actually going to have them take cover here. The enemy has got some pretty good positions in this field, and perhaps we were a little too full of ourselves here in thinking that we could take out the enemy this quickly. So, of course, our guys are now returning fire on that enemy position. I'm hoping we can eliminate it pretty quickly here. And, of course, we're going to stop temporarily that move. Already some of our guys have dropped some smoke. That's a really good idea. And I just want Valvic and the rest of these guys to hang back and just throw down as much damage as they can downhill. Let's hope that we got some armor on the way. And if not, we can take Juvic and go ahead and hang out here and do the same with Sierznak. So we're basically just going to totally overwhelm this area with machine guns, mortars, and anything else that can wreak havoc on the approaching enemy forces. Keep it up, boys. Ja, Deutschland! Alright, now we've got to move back. We do have an artillery spotter. I actually did not want to call in Artie for this battle. It was one of my things. We could call it in, though, on this large group, but it looks like, look how quickly we have some captives taken over here. Unbelievable. Those Soviets have just basically said, screw this. We don't want to fight anymore. Please just let us leave. And we're going to basically allow that. We're so close to the enemy, I'm actually a little concerned about Artie and how close it would hit our men. Besides, we've got these guys in a perfect sort of just barrage of fire here. You can see right here, Novosel is firing right directly into their ranks. Now, this is our artillery guy, and I'm really not wanting to bring him too far out into the front line. So I'm going to bring Francic back again and just get him into a position where he's not going to be in danger, put it that way. Alright, let's bring in Flam, the tanker, of course, and I'm going to have him attack over here this way, guys. Got so many Soviets in this battle, it's amazing. Keep shooting, boys. Valvic, do not be afraid. Valvic already got hit pretty bad. And obviously just throwing those rounds downhill into the cornfield is risky, to say the least. But look at this. We got so many machine gunners on this job. Vinkovic, Ornush. I mean, these guys are wasting the enemies. There we go, some enemy mortar fire. Oh, that actually could be our mortar fire. We're going to have to see very soon here. But for sure, when we selected that artillery spotter, we did not see any artillery targets, which is definitely a little weird. Maybe he got shot. I don't think so, though. I think he's okay. Let's see, Francic. No way. Yeah, so I definitely don't see any artillery targets. Alright, let's keep it up, boys and girls. We got guys approaching from the right side now. It looks like this entire field is an enemy attack post. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to stop here with Antic. And a few of these guys just hang out in the cornfield, I guess you could call it. I don't even know if this is a cornfield. I think it's just a generic field. It could also be hops. It kind of looks like hops. And oh, yes, that's definitely our artillery. So our arty is coming in, thank God. Definitely dropping some hell down onto the Soviets. And you could tell just by that graveyard ahead of us that they're not in a good position at all. Keep it up, boys. Keep it up. Keep the machine gun fire. Alright, Flam, guys, is moving on enemy positions. We definitely want to see what he's up to. Oh, this is our tank, and it looks like just a regular Hetzer tank, or maybe a Martyr. This thing does not have very good protection from the back at all, but it is firing away at the enemy. Look at that. And that is definitely going to do some great good for our front lines. Who says the Czechs don't have tanks? Now, one thing that's scary, all over there to the left side, you guys take a look, that is all AT guns. All enemy anti-tank guns. So we are definitely taking a huge risk here. We're getting way too close to the AT guns. I'm going to try to move Flam through this way, but this might actually be kind of hard to move through too. This is not the greatest terrain, let's be honest. So it's a front lines, Flam. Post haste. Oh boy. That sounds close. Boom! Flam bringing the pain. Alright, we're going to keep attacking over here, guys. Oh, they just got hit. You guys are fine. Keep it up. But we're definitely getting hit hard, and the enemy's asking for a ceasefire. You know, I kind of expected it. We're not going to take that ceasefire, of course. Especially not while we can get so many kills here. We're not accepting that. And if we take a look over here, this is, of course, the area, the other area we attacked seemed to have done extraordinarily well. And we can definitely keep up this attack if we wanted to. I'm actually going to send a few guys over here. The enemy is on the run, that is for sure. Alright. Shitonovich. Right there, my friend. So we've already almost utterly annihilated all the Soviets in this sector right here. I want to actually send some infantry units in to see if we can get them to surrender. So I'm going to send in Valvich. This is not an infantry unit, it's a command unit, so this is a little risky, to say the least. But he's going to be followed by Hrziensk, and I'm hoping Hrziensk can actually get these guys to just stop fighting. Because we've got them trapped, that's for sure. You can see that our commander here is firing in multiple directions. It's really hard to tell where the enemy is in a battle like this. I mean, this is why we're in a field. It's not an easy place to determine kind of where you are, where the enemy is, especially with all that cover. Flam got hit again. Oh, he's getting hit so many times, but he's doing okay so far. As far as I can tell, those gunners are just fine. Flam may have lost a track here. Take a nice look around the vehicle. No, it looks alright. Track looks fine. He's just not... He's just firing that machine gun. Doesn't really want to move too much now. Fair enough. Be careful when you approach the front, boys. Ivan is still about. Alright, Group Flam. Done what they can, of course. Still a ton of enemies. And can't continue the combat. Alright, I got a feeling. So Flam, may have just been because of overwhelming hits by the enemy, but, I mean, the thing is not damaged at all, but the guys inside might be a little shocked. They look to be fine, their actual morale looks to be fine, but for whatever reason, they're not continuing the combat. They're basically just a immovable sentry gun position, kind of, right now, which is fine. Alright, there we go. We gotta be careful. If we take a look here at Orodinskij, looks like the Russians on this side are a little stronger. Definitely a few more of them. We don't want them getting confident here. Or getting comfortable, I should say. Mahovlich. Nice position for Mahovlich. Shoot those Russians. Shoot them. I hope he throws a grenade here. Oh, those shots are getting really close to the enemy. I'll say this is one position where we feel very confident. And our actual tank is retreating there. Got a PPSH. What do you go on, shoot, you fool! Oh, he's gonna go try to fight this guy. He's gonna shoot. And now, of course, we've got just the battle of the cornfields. Really, the battle of the cornfields. These guys are ambushing each other in the cornfields left and right. Okay, now we do have a few of our infantry units, guys, that push through the enemy lines over here. A few of these guys I'm going to continue forward because they can actually take out the enemy AT guns in this position. But guys like Judin, Jalovic, etc., I'm actually going to try to assault the rear of this enemy position and see if we can totally trap these guys. You can already see the tracer rounds flying this way. So we got to be careful with crossfire, but overall I think these boys can annihilate this Russian force. And look at that, we've already got a few of them surrendering. You can see a few Russians already doing the right thing, giving up. I think it's only a matter of time. Keep it up, Mahovlich. Taking a look back here, we've actually gotten some really nice positions, hits on the enemy positions in terms of AT guns. I'm going to move up the rest of these tanks. Like I told you guys in the beginning, I wanted to save these tanks. I really didn't want to have to use them. Same with our artillery. So I think we're going to go ahead. We're going to start moving forward. It's about that time. And let's take a look at this position, which has been utterly bombed by our mortars. This, of course, was an ex-enemy anti-tank position. As you can see, the AT rifles all around the place. Ex-machine gun position. And we're still bombarding the hell out of this area. So our mortarmen know exactly what they're doing. And we totally got rid of that threat. But we still got plenty of enemies to fight here. So we're not giving up that easily, as you can see. Mahovlich, you are crazy, Mahovlich. There we go, Mahovlich. Collecting some prisoners as they kind of move away from the front a bit. Actually, one of them is right there, as you can see. And probably has more morale than any of the Soviets in this particular area right now. Shoot, boys. Alright, lost a commander. We got to be careful. But of course, now we are attacking from another position into this wooded area. That's also a problem. I'm really tempted to take that enemy ceasefire offer. If not just for the sake of ending the battle soon, but I don't think we can while we can still take plenty of land. So we're going to keep moving. Keep assaulting all areas. Destroy the enemy. Alright, we've got more enemy contact. Where's this enemy contact coming from? So it's supposedly quite a ways back here. It's not really too concerning to me. We've got a few guys over here that can kind of watch that position if need be, and it looks like they are. That's exactly what they're doing, is firing downhill at the approaching Soviets. So I'm not too concerned about that. In fact, I'll leave Varovich on top of this hill just to deal with that. Keep shooting, boys. A few warning shots never hurt anybody. Nice. Look at those downhill shots, guys. You can already see the little gray markers popping up. And we're getting just great hits here on the enemy so far. This might be our most successful battle so far. And probably a lot has to do with our friends, our armored friends that joined the battle. Not bad, boys. Not bad at all. This is a massive battlefield. There we go. More cap is taken. And as you can see, both all coming from the cornfield. I knew it was the right idea to attack because these guys are not going to withstand this attack. They're all taking cover. They know that this initial charge through the cornfield was a total failure. And we are making them realize that. Now, one interesting thing is over here, we're not seeing nearly as many enemies. So they're now well hidden. They might have taken cover. And there's definitely some incoming fire over here. As you can see, a little mortar round just hit. But most of these are dead Soviets. And it looks like we've got some German soldiers slowly crawling up. Or Croatian soldiers, excuse me. And trying to take a look at this position. Zakovic is going to be the first on scene. And of course, I want him to be very careful. Ivan is about, boys. Be careful. As you can see, though, they already took a few of Ivan out. Of course, losing one brave Czech on the way, but still pretty good. And already we're seeing a few of them. I already see a little blue marker there, which lets us know that enemy is here. Definitely have to watch that crossfire, though. We have the enemy so well surrounded right now that actually we're in much bigger risk of hitting our own men than hitting the enemy. As you can see, we've got a few of them moving around over here. Boom! Flam is back! And Liebenhardt is definitely back. And there we go, guys. The enemy retreats. I think they've had enough of the fight. Totally understandable. That initial wasting of their units was so damn good. I mean, we just utterly crushed them there in the beginning of the battle, and we only continued to dominate. So it just goes to show you with that armored support, it really improves our odds, and that is going to have to be a total victory. The enemy retreating, giving us all of that territory that we attacked for, and a victory for the Croats and for the Wehrmacht, of course. Wow, it was actually a draw. That surprises me. But as you guys can take a look here, 51 enemy killed, 58 heavily wounded, 9 missing, 9 captured, basically, and 2 wounded. We crushed the enemy in this battle. 16 killed on our side, 21 heavily wounded, and of course, plus 50 to our actual land. We're going to be taking all of the enemy territory there, losing 100% on the enemy. Anyway, guys, I hope this campaign continues to go well, and I hope you guys continue to hit that like button, put some comments down below, and give suggestions to future campaigns you might like to see. But obviously, I always like to hear your feedback for what you want to see next in this campaign. What should we do? Should we defend next, or should we keep on the attack? It seems to be working pretty well, and I think we need to keep up the pressure. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and have an awesome day.